Welcome back into the Gopher Pregame Show, everybody. Joined now by a very special guest. It's offensive lineman Aireontae Ersery. Aireontae, we appreciate you taking the time for us there this morning. Aireontae, tell me a little bit about last week's game. I know when I've talked to offensive linemen over the years, they love it when you run the ball. Put your hand in the ground, just get off the block and run downhill. You guys really ran the ball very well against Eastern Michigan, didn't you?
Yes, sir, we did.
Yeah.
The main emphasis last week was just to dominate up front, and we wanted to send a message that we can not only just pass the ball, but we can also just run the ball. So that was the big emphasis, and just attack whatever the coaches had in front of us.
I mentioned that offensive linemen, the ones that I've talked to, like it more when you run the football. Are you in that category as well? Am I safe in assuming that?
Yeah, I'm more of a run blocker. I like to get my face in blocks and push guys off the line of scrimmage a little bit, get in their face, get in the grill all night.
Is it more fun that way? I know when you got to pass blocks, you're on your heels a little bit more, but is it just more fun to run block?
I would say because it's a mentality up front, you know. As offensive linemen, like, that's the type of mentality you want to have. Like, you want to be a good pass blocker, but you also want to be efficient in the run game.
You know, throughout the offseason, there's been some new faces along the offensive line. We've seen guys move around the offensive line. Where do you think you guys are as a unit right now, and how well do you feel like you guys have gelled?
I think we gelling real well together, and whenever there's an issue, I know I can lean on the guy next to me, and so forth. Like other guys on the other side of the offensive line too as well. We all just come together whenever we have an issue and say, hey, we need to pick it up right here. We need to push a little bit more. Like, we just do whatever it takes to get the job done.
How do you feel you guys have done through the first two games as a unit?
I definitely feel like we could do a little bit better, but just attacking the game plan in front of us and executing with our details up front.
It sounds to me like you like to set the tone. You guys want to be the guys to set the tone for the game. Am I interpreting that right?
Yes, sir, you are.
Yeah. Yeah. When you guys are able to establish the tone like that, does the rest of the team feed off of that? Can you feel that?
Oh yeah, definitely. It starts in practice too. You know, we practice hard. You know, and when we get to the game, it makes it a little bit easier. You
and I had a chance to talk off camera a little bit. You're originally from Kansas City,
yes,
right?
Sir.
So what brought you to the University of Minnesota? Why here for your football career?
I mean, why not? It's a beautiful place. Coaches are some of the best coaches in the country. Coach Fleck, took a chance on me from a small city, Kansas City kid. And when I first got out here, I just loved everything about it, the whole scenery. At the campus and just the people, it's a great place. Minnesota's a great place.
This is the part of the interview where I hijacked the conversation. You mentioned you're from Kansas City. Now I'm a big fan of barbecue, Aireontae. Okay, so walk me through where I should go in Kansas City for some of the best barbecue. It's a hot barbecue spot.
Yeah.
If you and I are going to Kansas City one day, where are you taking me?
First, we're gonna start. We're gonna go downtown.
Okay.
Right. We're gonna go to Gates.
Okay. Gates.
You're gonna walk in. They're gonna greet you. Very nice people.
Okay.
Of course, you're gonna smell the food. You're gonna smell.
I love that barbecue smell. From
the meat cooking all day, tenderizing, rotating, and then whatever you ask for. I usually get a beef on bun with fries.
Okay.
And they'll yell it at you and like whatever you order, and it kind of shock you a little bit because you're probably not used to it. But once you taste the food, you be like, oh man, like this place, they really take this stuff serious.
When you look at North Carolina on tape, what stands out to you?
Right after the Eastern Michigan game, I was able to watch a couple of their games and watch them on film. They definitely get after it up front, so we had to come with the how and just execute and just over-communicate up front.
What's the key to kind of trying to get the crowd out of the game early and try to get your style of football imposed in a road environment like that?
For me, what helps for me is just lock in, stay in the moment, whatever the QB calls, just try to echo the call and over-communicate up front.
But Aireontae, we certainly appreciate you taking the time. Best of luck and continue health and success the rest of the way. More to come on the other side of the break on the Gopher Pregame Show.